Hey, what's going on to all of my Sagittarius? So let's get into it. Here we go. All right. So for you Sagittarius, you have the Sun, the Nine of Pentacles, Two of Pentacles. You have the Queen of Pentacles, the Justice, the Eight of Wands, the Page of Pentacles, the Five of Pentacles, the Five of Swords, and the Tower. Okay. So what I'm seeing here for you Sagittarius is that's interesting. So you're moving forward, right? The Sun, the Nine of Pentacles, you're moving forward, still trying to date, figuring out what's going on, and you like people to have their own. The Nine of Pentacles is a person that has their own. You don't want to get fleeced. You don't want to get taken advantage of. So you like people to have their own. You like people to be able to pay their own way a little bit, you know? Not saying that you Sagittarius have a problem with being in a relationship per se, but you Sagittarius, you have a problem with someone obviously who's trying to fleece you, who's trying to take advantage of you. So you like someone to be an adult in that regard and actually have their own, which is cool, right? But then you have the Two of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles, which is, but you're figuring out, number one, who would be best suited for you to be in a relationship. And you're also trying to figure out if you should kind of be a little bit more selective about the people that you're bringing into your life. A little bit, right? Because the Queen of Pentacles, you may think that this person is a little bit too self-absorbed, you know? They may be a little bit too caught up in their own conceit. Hold on a second. Go ahead. Go ahead. It's my dog there trying to get out. Doesn't know whether or not it wanted to go. But anyway, I left the door open. But you don't want to get caught up with someone who is too conceited, right? They're doing their own thing. So what do? The Justice, sacrifice. So a lot of you decide to let them go. So maybe you found someone that you were trying to get to know, and maybe it only lasted for like a couple of days because, you know, you came to a conclusion that you and the other person have a lot going on. And they don't want to be in a relationship. You may want to be in one, but they don't want to be in one because they haven't figured out how to kind of weigh those things out, right? Work, home life, friendship, relaxation, health with you, right? That's a balancing act, right? It's all about trying to figure out how are you going to keep those things steady. And that person hasn't necessarily figured it out yet. And you Sagittarius, the Justice, you Sagittarius have figured that out. At least you figured that out, and you know, yeah, things aren't really going to go well with this person due to the fact that, you know, this person's got a lot of things going on and they haven't figured out how to create that level of all that stuff with you and romance, because it's a big deal. So the Eight of Wands, Page of Pentacles is about clear communication of that. So they told you that, right? You told them that too. Like, you know, once you told them that, you've realized that, you know, they don't have a place for anyone in their lives right now, they were in total agreements with that, and they said, okay, yeah, you're right. Rise of right now, not necessarily. The Page of Pentacles and the Five of Pentacles, excuse me, this represents this being a situation for you where, so you're off, right? You're off. Maybe you kept their number. You know, potentially you may have kept their number. You told them, hey, listen, you know, if you ever change your mind and you've got it a little bit more figured out, always feel free to contact me, because, you know, I want a relationship, but you're just not ready for one right now. All of that could happen, right? So maybe y'all two had that conversation. The Five of Pentacles, so you're off now to offer something to someone else, right? You're doing your own thing. Page of Pentacles, right? Because you're not in a relationship anymore. The two of you that may have been trying to get to know each other have decided to just be cool, just be friends. You know, you may call them every now and again. They may call you every now and again, but you're not going to talk the same way that you used to. The Five of Swords and the Tower is about how the Five of Swords is that it's okay, you know, the two of you just didn't work out. The Tower represents, however, this person could be still very much so into you, still be very much so into you. It's just that as of right now, they don't necessarily have space for one particular person to have that much priority in their life. You know what I mean? And you got to give them their respect, Sagittarius. You gotta, you know, commend them. You got to give them their respect, because they could have told you, yeah, and they were ready, and then had you, you know, going along for the ride, and the ride could have been not as enjoyable as it should have been, or it could have been. And then it's like, oh, well, forget about you, and da-da-da-da-da-da. They actually did the very mature thing by just keeping it 100, just keeping it real, just letting you know, hey, listen, this is what it is, you know? So, it is what it is, you know? So let's clarify let's clarify the Five of Pentacles. Yeah. You have the Two of Wands, Page of Wands, Three of Swords, Queen of Cups. Yeah. So Two of Wands is that, like I said, you really like them. You really like them, right? Them. Thought it was something that you could see for a very long time. The relationship lasting for a very long time. That didn't necessarily turn out to be the case. But you're not holding a grudge against them, right? You're moving forward. And you're not complaining about not having a very good time, right? You know, Sagittarius is a zodiac sign that will go off and do their own thing. You know, I've seen it, you know. And the thing is that the Three of Swords, right? The Three of Swords is, but you are still heartbroken. You like this person, and that's great, as you should like this person. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is that the Nine of Cups represents, so what you've got going on is, what you've got to deal with is, you've got to deal with, like I said, there seems to have been a relationship that you really could have seen in the future, but it wasn't necessary. It didn't work out like that for you, right? So the Queen of Cups is saying, take a break, take some time off, you know, a month, take a month off, relax. Don't try to be in a relationship with anybody. You know, even some of the Sagittarius that I know of, you know, personally, I'm not going to say whom, but they've taken a break, and that's great, because, you know, dating while you're going through something, that's going to create more of a disaster than anything else, right? Of course, you don't want that to happen. the situation with Sagittarius is that, like I said, Sagittarius can get caught off guard sometimes when it comes to love. You can. Now let's clarify the Five of Swords. So you have, to clarify the Five of Swords, you have the Eight of Wands, Six of Pentacles, Strength, the Hierophant. So the Eight of Wands is that, again, it was good on you to create that boundary, because this person tried to date while they had a whole lot going on, and it turned out not to be working out for them. And they didn't necessarily know how to tell you that they didn't want to be in a relationship with you, because it's not that they don't like you, but because they've got their own personal thing that they've got going on too. And the Six of Pentacles and the Strength represents this being a situation for you where the Six of Pentacles is, so they actually did you a good. They did a good thing for you, because they really didn't have the intent on making you heartbroken or hurting you in that way. They thought they can have somebody while they had so many obligations, and they didn't realize how important those obligations would end up being to them and how much time they would end up having to dedicate to them. So because of the fact that they understand now, they have a better understanding of what it means for them, they knew that things weren't necessarily going to work out. But the way that they thought was, they didn't necessarily know how to tell you, and they thought that they were going to fade into obscurity. But when they saw that you, Sagittarius, was still willing to interact with them, this is where the situation now comes about. Because now it's a situation where it's like they wanted you to figure out that, you know, they have all this stuff. So for you just saying it to them, this is what it was, it took a huge weight off of their shoulders, because now they understand, oh, this is what it is. Okay, cool. So now I can let you know what it is. The Strength is that the Strength in the Hierophant is, it's a good thing that you didn't let your own strength overtake you, and you start losing your temper or getting mad, or, you know, start asking too many questions. Because it's not to say that questions are terrible. You should be asking a lot of questions. No questions are too much. You know what I mean? It's just a matter of allowing your mind to kind of drift off in that whole other direction. Because Sagittarius can be all over the place, especially when, you know, you Sagittarius have not really learned to focus. That Sagittarius can kind of be all over the place, overload themselves, just like Gemini. I've seen it. Overload themselves with projects and opportunities, and it's like, calmate, right? Calm down. One thing at a time. One problem at a time. You're biting off way too much. One thing at a time. Just relax. And so it's a good thing that you didn't allow that to happen to you because of the Hierophant. The Hierophant is that you were able to maintain your focus, and you just stated what it is that you wanted. You stated what the problem was, and you actually had the outcome, or one of the outcomes that was one of the best possible outcomes for you. You know, so I mean, yeah, that's what it is. So let's clarify the Page of Pentacles. So now you're able, right, to talk to other people or do whatever else you want. So you have the Eight of Swords, Three of Wands, Three of Cups, and the Tower. So the Eight of Swords is again, more boundaries, more understanding that You owe it to yourself to keep searching out there whenever it is that you're ready, of course. And that for one person to dedicate this amount of time to you without putting you as a priority isn't something that would work. The Three of Wands, Three of Cups, the Tower. This is a situation where, so guess what? So you set out on your own course, which is good. You're still going to be out here trying to date, trying to get to know people. The Three of Cups, the Tower. You don't, some of you Sagittarius may be like, okay, you're going to date multiple people. I don't even suggest you do that. You could just remain single for a little while. Three of Cups, you may decide to stay single for a little while and hang out with your friends. It may be a time to celebrate for you with the Three of Cups, because you haven't created an enemy. You understand what I'm saying? Then you have the Tower. Okay, the Tower, right? The Tower is about, like I said, this was the best possible outcome for a relationship that wouldn't work, because relationships can turn out dysfunctionally. Have you ever tried telling somebody that, you don't see yourself with them because you've got so much to do, and they start going off on you and, you're nothing, you're a piece of trash, you scared, you're a little wimp, this, that, and the third. And it's like, oh, wow. Wow. And they don't even take into consideration these factors. Distance. Maybe I saw something in them that I didn't necessarily like. Some of them never even asked me what I liked, who I liked, what type I liked, what I wanted, right? They just assumed, and it's like, wow. And when two people don't necessarily get along to become a relationship, that can go downhill very quickly. And that could be a slippery slope. And considering the fact that the two of you have still managed to maintain your decency with one another, that's amazing. So that's pretty much it. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, share the video. Trying to get this YouTube channel to 3,500 subscribers by the end of January. Please, as of right now, I have 3,380 subscribers. Please hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the notification bell, and set the notification bell to all so you can be notified whenever I drop these beautiful videos. Peace.